guys, Canadian Zangief here, and today I just want to talk about something that was just recently revealed. Apparently this has been in development for over a year and a half, and the company's been like super hush-hush about it, and there hasn't been any real media buzz about it at all. They haven't revealed anything until recently, within the last couple of weeks or so, and I probably should have put a video up before, but this is before I kind of decided the direction I wanted to go. But anyways, I'm talking about the Retroblox. A new indie retro console. It's going to be a blend of emulation and physical. So they're calling it hybrid emulation. And it's something that stands out from the Hyperkin Retron 5 and the Game Freak, in the sense that this will actually support disc-based games, which is very exciting for me. I've always wanted to have some kind of add-on for the Retron 5 or for PlayStation 1 to Dreamcast, etc. And no one's ever come out with it yet. So this is apparently going to be a couple stages above those previous preferred choices for retro consoles. The other thing about it, it's supposed to be modular, which is really cool, because that way they can keep a certain aesthetic. So it's not going to be like the Retron 5 where, you know, it's this big huge thing and it's got slots all over the cross thing, and it's going to be just one piece, and you just slide in whichever console you want to go on top of it, and that's it. So you pretty much have to have like a little shelf for all your modules for your different systems for the Retroblox. Sounds super cool. They're doing a Kickstarter campaign in the beginning of April. I'm going to be watching that very closely, and more than likely going to be supporting it. They've announced which systems they're going to be supporting for different modules. So obviously the base unit is the disc unit, and that's going to be supporting PlayStation 1, Sega CD, TurboGrafx CD, and I believe that's it for now. There's a couple others, but that's the meat and potatoes of it. But they also have a little notation on it that more to be announced. So I'm really crossing my fingers for a Dreamcast one. Anything I can do to free up some space on my entertainment unit, you know, is just wonderful. For the actual cartridge modules, they're saying that they could pretty much do everything, like everything. They're not going to have all of them available for the Kickstarter, but if enough people ask for it, they could pretty much have, like, you know, the Jaguar and, you know, other, you know, consoles that you don't see a lot of attention to. But as for what they're going to have for now, they're going to have NES, Famicom, Super Famicom, Super Nintendo, TurboGrafx 16, and PC Engine, and Super Graphics, which is interesting because you don't see a lot of that. Even though there wasn't many games put out for the Super Graphics, that they're still going to show the support for it. You know, it's got some possibilities if they're thinking that way. And obviously there's going to be Sega Genesis, Mega Drive, and on that module with the Sega Genesis and the Mega Drive, it's going to be 32X support, which is another really interesting thing. You know, there hasn't been any 32X support for any of these clone consoles, you know, hybrid emulation consoles in the past. You always had to try to just hook up the power, the tower of power, as it were, you know, with all the Sega CD and Genesis and 32X monstrosity beast, which is cool, by the way, but this is all going to be in HD, you know, HDMI, so that's great, you know. A part of this that really interests me is the fact that if they do succeed with this and they do make everything modular, it's going to make it very easy to play quite the large variety of consoles for streaming, you know, for extra life, and just streaming in general, just for fun. You don't have to switch cables around every time you want to switch consoles. You just switch the module, you know, so has a lot of possibility. Another thing that they're going to put in for Cartridge Module on the Kickstarter is the one I'm very much interested in, Atari 2600. That and HDMI, you know, I don't think there's anything that has Atari with HDMI yet, other than with cartridges anyways. I think the highest I've seen is Component, which is nothing compared to, you know, 1080p. Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. So they've revealed that when the Kickstarter launches, you're going to be able to get the base unit, and you're going to pick one module, cartridge module, and you get one Bluetooth controller. They haven't showed what the controller looks like yet, and a stock memory card that goes in it if you wanted to back up any of your games or anything like that. Sounds like they're being pretty closely guarded on not allowing people just to load ROMs on it or ISOs to keep people, you know, if you actually have the game, you can play it. I don't know how that's going to work out, but you know, it's a lovely idea. So that's pretty much it that we know for now. Lots more information to come. I'm very, very excited for this, and I'll post below in the description the website and their Facebook and everything, so you can keep an eye on them too. And this could be a real game changer. This is going to be a great year.